So today I want to talk about Granny, since I believe most of us should have max potential her after this event. So I want to talk about like if you should level her up and use her or not. So the conclusion is, if you have two of Siege, Texas, and Zima, you probably won't need her, and perhaps even Siege herself would be enough. If you probably won't need Granny. And here's why. So she's a block 1, kill enemy, gang DP, all that stuff. So pretty much like Vigna, but she is more defense focused, as you can see from her skill 1, and that is really defeating the point. And I would say skill 1 is useless, so we shall focus on her skill 2. So block count +1, attack multiple enemies equal to block count, which means you can attack 2 enemies at the same time, but decrease in the range. Attack, defense, all that stuff. Lasts 30 seconds no matter what the skill level is. And I shall actually show you guys what it looks like and what's her strength. So, this is 410. Usually I have 2 units down the most bottom row to defend off the first few waves, and then I deal with the boss, right? With Granny, it's a different story. So I do have Texas in my team, so I can deploy my Granny at the start, but if you don't have Texas, that probably doesn't work for you. And usually at this point, I would deploy another unit here just to help like whichever Vanguard I deploy to defend off the bottom lane. But Granny will do this on her own for this. But here's the point. You see that usually most Vanguards will be dealing damage at this point, but she can't. And that means she has to tank the enemies during her skill time in order for her to actually do her job. And sometimes that is not the best strategy to do things. So I can do my XI now as usual. Granny will still hold. But after this duration, then she's pretty much over. And I can retrieve her. Now you can see I have 46 DP remaining. That is actually really good. Okay, but remember, you have to retreat her, which means you can't do it like other Vanguards that can keep generating DP as long as they're on the field. So let's say if I have Texas on the field, right? I have her skill 2, I can just keep using her skill 2, and she'll keep generating me DPs, and I can have all sorts of fun ways, maneuvers and such. But you can't do that with Granny. So that is the biggest drop off in my opinion. She has some usages, like occasions like this that there's only one lane coming in, and she can deal with the enemies. But in most cases, you will probably want Vanguards like Zima, Siege, and Texas. And if you have 2 of those, I reckon you won't need Granny whatsoever. Alrighty, that's the end of the video. I will be streaming the game on Twitch every day at reset time, and if you like this kind of video, click like, subscribe if you want more info videos on event, units, and all that. So I'll see you guys next time.